Let your worship continue. This is our fourth video in this series, Storm Management. My name is Jotham Munene, and you're watching CITAM Church Online. Welcome. We've been looking at different storms that come to people of God. We've talked about the storm that Jesus and his disciples dealt with, a storm that Paul and his fellow prisoners were in on their way to Rome, but also the one of Jonah, the prophet, who went to the wrong direction after he had been sent to Nineveh. Now, when he was thrown, because he told his fellow sailors, throw me into the sea, that way the wind and the storm will come down. Now, when he was thrown there, he was swallowed by this large fish and taken back so that he could go to the place God had wanted him to go. He penned a prayer in a poetic form, which you read in the book of Jonah chapter 2. And I want to pick one verse there that says, verse 6, Jonah 2:6 says, "But I with a song of thanksgiving will sacrifice to you. What I have vowed I will make good. Salvation comes from the Lord." That's from the NIV. Now, when you're going through a storm, continue to worship the Lord, because worship has a way of lifting your spirit. It's not denial like some folks may want to say. And even then, when they say that, they also look for some other things that minister to them. Worship music lifts you closer to God. Worship music helps you to see God bigger than the problem. Worship music helps you to remember that the God of the past is the God of the present. Now, I usually come across a certain song that somehow is just lifted in my spirit, and I want to keep doing it over and over. Recently, there's one I played in a day maybe 10 times. Now, when you find such a song, stick to it, and because it is going to minister to you. A good song is like a tea bag. You keep it in hot water until you sip. You take whatever is in there. As you sip, you have removed all the goodness and you are tasting it. So that's what you want to do with a song like that. If you have a repeat facility in your player, whatever you are using, and it can repeat that song over and over. Sometimes when you are alone, it can actually minister to you and lift your spirit during the storm. Go to YouTube, get a hold of some good songs and see that God will bless you through a song. Some people, they don't want English when they're going through a storm. If English is not their first language, they may want a song in their mother tongue. Go for it, Listen to it and let the worship bless you, and it will help you through the storm. Now, the other thing is to also worship the Lord with your substance, even when you're going through a storm. By that I mean offering. By that I mean, tithes. By that I mean blessing people. That's what I mean, blessing the work of God in some way or another. Supporting some building project, some, missionary, pastor, evangelist. So as you give that way, it also becomes a blessing to you. God will bless you in his own way. Jonah says that he remembered his vows. He says, the vows that I made when I was in the storm, I'm going to fulfill. So please, some people have said things like, Lord, if I survive this storm, if I survive this COVID sickness, for instance, maybe you have been diagnosed with it and you are saying, if I survive it, I will attend church every Sunday. Now you've got, either don't make a vow, or if you make it, you've got to do your best to fulfill it. You may have said, when I come out of this, Lord, I'm going to give you a good offering. If you do this for me, I'm going to give to your work. And I've seen one person do that, was in a sickness, and when they came out, they just gave to the Lord, an offering. But maybe you did not talk about offering. You talked about, Lord, if you deliver me, I will go on missions. If you deliver me, I'll visit people in prison. I will visit the old. I'm going to take care of orphans. I'll adopt one child. I'm going to go and help refugees, and so on and so forth. I will visit, maximum prison once a week to just be with those people there. I'll visit the young children on the streets. If you made a vow, you want to make it to the Lord, and or watch then that you don't make a vow that becomes a trap for you. But when you're coming out of the storm, when you're in the storm, continue with your worship. When you're out, always remember to give to the Lord and the vow that you give to Him to do that which you promised to do. Then it's going to push you next after the storm. Thank you, and I pray that the Lord will remove the storm from your life. I pray that the Lord will give you victory through the storm, that the time you've spent will make you into a stronger believer and a stronger and better person, that it does not make you bitter, rather it makes you better. And thank you for spending these minutes with us for these videos. May God bless you, and share this video, comment, subscribe, and send us questions or comments through the social media platforms. Thank you for watching CITAM Church Online.